Okay, hi. Today, for my presentation, I'm going to be speaking about Charlie, who is a 6-year-old boy who has reading difficulty. He has problems using the sounds, he had problems with sight words, and he was mixing up the letters B, D, Q, and P a lot. So when I started the IRI, when I gave it to him, I saw on the word recognition that on the pre-primer level he got 2 words wrong. So then I moved him to the primer level where he got 4 words wrong, so I kept him on the primer level, which shows that he is 1 grade below his chronological age. Then when it came to the oral reading, on the pre-primer level he got 2 words wrong. He mixed up sand and mountain, and then I moved him to the primer level where he got big wrong, fix wrong, and 2 other words wrong, so I showed that he was too frustrated to go on. So by reading and then I continued with silent reading, and he continued also on to the primer level. And when I read to him his reading comprehension, he continued on to 3rd grade, which he understood it really well, and he answered the question. So really it's more like sounds. He has a hard time with the sound, and he had a hard time with sight words. So I did a few interventions for him. One intervention that I did, I'm going to read from the paper over here. It's rhymes to help him remember B, D, P, and Q. So in this way, like, he gets an idea of, he'll think of the rhyme in his head, and that way it'll help him remember it. So is when you chant the letter formation rhymes when he writes. For example, B, draw a straight line like me, and don't forget to add the belly for B. So then he remembers that B has a belly. D, first make a dime. First you make a dime to spin, go way up high, then down to the end. So he remembers that the D is that way. P, pop on down and then up. You see, finish it off with a little P, like so he remembers that the P is like this with the line, and when you show it to him also in his head like this, he remembers that a P is this way. Remember, a B is this way, and that way he remembers it. And for Q, a fancy queen with a little pearl gives Q here a special curl. So then he remembers that the Q it's like this, and then you put a curl for that. That's because the rhymes are catchy, he will rhyme in his head and then refer to them when reading and writing. After a while, he will recognize the letters faster and not have to think about the letter rhyme before distinguishing it. This will help Charlie penmanship and writing well. Also with the sight words, like, we put sight words on a card, and that way, and just repetition, when repeating it, he's going to remember the sight words. And he also had problems with sh and the. So we had a whole song that it's just all he has to just remember. Once he remembers the song and sings it in his head, that way he'll be able to go back and remember the song. So this is just all letting him remember. And once he did this intervention, he really could become on a 1st grade level. It's not he could do it. But he just needs a lot of tools to help him do it. And once the intervention is finished, hopefully he'll have the tools to do it. Thank you, and I hope this was good. Thanks.